On his first day as a live-in caregiver for the wealthy Juan, Thomas poured scalding hot water on Juan's legs just to test if he really had no sensation. While feeding Juan, he couldn't stop staring at the female secretary and even complained about Juan's unkempt beard. Surprisingly, despite his unprofessional behavior, Juan not only didn't fire him, but also offered him a high salary and insisted on keeping him. Thomas had just been released from prison. Juan was a paralyzed billionaire. Two men from completely different worlds ended up becoming lifelong friends. A few days earlier, Juan had been hiring caregivers. Most applicants were highly skilled professionals, but among the well-dressed candidates, Thomas stood out wearing dirty white sneakers, cutting in line, and slamming his application on the table. He openly admitted he was only there to get a third rejection letter after 3 rejections. He could qualify for unemployment benefits. Juan had never met anyone like him and asked curiously, "Don't you have any other goals in life?" Thomas, however, kept smiling at the secretary and suddenly stood up, saying he had to rush to his next interview and urged them to sign the rejection. Instead of turning him down, Juan told him to come back the next day for the document. Thomas was frustrated. He needed money urgently. He had 8 younger siblings crammed at home to support, and his mother worked late at night. After everyone fell asleep, he brought something he had stolen from Juan's house to apologize to his mother for having gone to prison, beg for her forgiveness. But she not only scolded him, but also kicked him out. After he left, she broke down crying. With nowhere to go, Thomas wandered the streets with a friend to escape his reality. He stayed out all night and didn't head to Juan's house until daybreak. Riding the metro into the city, Thomas felt utterly alone. When he rang the bell at Juan's mansion, the butler answered and gave him a full tour of the luxurious home. Thomas was spellbound by the extravagant bathroom, something he had only ever dreamed of having. Juan had the signed document ready, but as Thomas was about to leave, Juan stopped him. He offered Thomas a 1-month trial, betting that he wouldn't last a week. Offended, Thomas stubbornly accepted the challenge. After some training from a professional nurse, Thomas started working on his own. While washing Juan's hair, he scrubbed for a long time with no lather until the nurse inspected and realized he had used foot wash as shampoo. Juan had to wear special socks daily to improve circulation. At first, Thomas refused, feeling it was too intimate, but eventually he gave in and helped him put them on. In the days that followed, Thomas often slacked off and sometimes forgot Juan was paralyzed from the neck down, even handed him the phone when it rang. Strangely, Juan never got angry at his lack of professionalism. When it was time to go out, protocol required Juan to use the accessible van, but Thomas had his own ideas. He screeched to a stop at the entrance only to find another car blocking the way. Juan mentioned that the neighbor often parked carelessly, so Thomas got out in front of the driver. Later, at an art gallery, Juan stared at a painting for over an hour. Thomas didn't get it. This is art? How is it worth $30,000? Juan didn't argue. Then, an old friend of Juan's warned him that the butler had found something suspicious in Thomas's bag and uncovered his 6-month prison sentence for robbery. He urged Juan to stay away from it, but Juan remained calm. He didn't care about Thomas's past. Juan was tired of being pitied. To him, real care wasn't about, "I take care of you because I feel sorry for you, but I respect you." And Thomas gave him exactly what he needed. He treated him like a normal person, restoring his courage to embrace life. That night, Thomas's pager suddenly went off. Half asleep, he swatted it away and tried to go back to bed, but eventually, he got up to check. He found Juan breathing rapidly, in too much pain to speak. Thomas hurried to wet a towel in the bath, placed it gently on Juan's forehead, and softly reassured him. Little by little, Juan calmed down under his care. Thomas